Welcome back, everyone. We unfortunately had a couple of technical difficulties on the streamer's end, but we are back now. So, what we missed was Pokken did manage to snag that point on LN2. Meanwhile, Hybrid 2 was also played, which, if I do remember correctly, that was Red Team's Protect, where they did manage to win that point as well. Nothing really interesting did happen that match as well. It just really was more on Team Red's consistency on that, especially with the two-way full combo for Indomie and that. So with the stream back up, we can kick off into the next map, which is going to be Ro16. Good luck, you're free. We know we have to be family friendly here.
Just safe. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Apologies for the technical delay. Yeah, basically, our streamer had a power outage, but we should be good now, seeing as we're back. So, looking through the results, it seems that it would seem that Pokenkog has snatched some points off of Allen Free, and then indomie would have gone some points off of Hybrid Free, which is koghjkbjkj, saying it right. And now we're going to be going on to Ro16, which is good luck, you're fudged by what's Telegram? Wait, no, it's some other record. My bad.
Yep, this is actually going to be the additional rice pick, which we have not seen, which we have not seen in the Reniferi 2. As you do know,
Yep.
this is now best out of best out of 9. So you know, we are having a small bit of more issues as you know the streamer does need to get the tabs back open, but you know we'll be back to you very shortly. So yeah, just kind of stay tuned as well for that. So Ro16 is more oriented of the core jack pick, which is fairly niche in some retrospect for some players. It's definitely, again, as I do say, it is a niche pick. So if I do remember correctly, this was Poken's pick. So they must be fairly probably fairly comfortable with this type of pick. So here we are.
Yeah.
Into it, and as the client does sync up, we still have the 4-way full combo, but the accuracy advantage again is still at Pokken, showing that they're very confident in a pick like this with double 99.86. Dominates slightly more confident with the 99.7 in this type of pick.
Yeah,
But
it seems that everyone is maintaining some really similar accuracy this time around. Considering that this is the jack pick, so it wouldn't. So everyone has to really maintain some accuracy if you want to be able to score well. And it seems that in the score advantage, we have Pokengo taking the cake so far, as we make it about halfway into the chart now, with indomie only just about 5,000 points behind. So relatively, both teams are doing exceptionally well in the map as it stands. So anything could practically happen, like, towards the end. We just need to see.
honestly, if I'm saying this now, with just the consistency that's going on, I don't really know if anything different will happen. It's just gonna have to really be a combo break, honestly, just to break the consistency. That will definitely either bring the lead back to Indomie or just put the nail in the coffin for that point for both. So as we do approach the outro of the map, again, it doesn't really look like anything is happening. Again, when you're playing a core jet map like this, if you are fairly comfortable with the higher BPM of core jet maps, lower BPM can be fairly bit tricky, as you know you might find a couple of early notes in the map, but it doesn't really look like that, as well, the accuracy is kind of very high right now for both sides. But 4-way full combo, like always, is that 4-way 990 as well? It is a 4-way 990. Oh, and actually, I just realized the Quinn did break on the first note as well, or it was been the last note. So I guess if you were to break on any note, it would probably be the first note. So you definitely have to watch out for this, as it is match point. two-way V1 double S as well from Pokken with that 994 and 995 as well. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
So here we are, jumping into Indomie's pick. They will need to pick extremely wisely for this, as this pick could potentially be their last.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh, really scary situation as we make it to this part of the match now. As Pokengo has already reached match point, it's either Indomie will do a reverse sweep and force a tiebreaker, or Pokengo will be taking the win. And as it stands, they're going to be picking Hybrid Free as their next pick.
yep.
With the score bracket being 2-4 to Pokken, it's just a matter of like being able to do exceptionally well on whatever offer options you have, in which there's only about, well, 2. So yeah, if they really need to, seeing as their streak in the winners bracket is at stake right now, they really need to be able to climb back some points to be able to like maintain their status in the winners bracket as it stands. So now we're going to be making our way into Hybrid Free, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, mapped by Snowme. Shout outs to you in the chat. I see you.
Hello.
So right now we're going to, as we start off in the map, the scores are going to be flickering back and forth. Already Indomie is grabbing a bit of an advantage in scoring, but the scores flickering again as we have some rather bursty patterns like introduced. And now Indomie only being about 2,000 points ahead. This is I can definitely see that like this is a sort of map that would be in their advantage. Although the scores are kind of decaying, like very, very slightly, as the lead is going to be going to Pokken. And it seems that Pokentoin is going to be dropping a miss on one of the patterns as the lead goes back to Indomie. Now being about 3,000, 2,000 points ahead. Really like tight match as it stands.
Yep.
And Poketoin is going to be dropping again. Oh, so things are looking a bit scary for Pokenko as now Indomie is going to be thrashing 8,000 point an 8,000 point lead, 9,000 points as Pokenko is struggling a bit with the accuracy aspect of this map, considering how like technical some of the patterns are and how dense they are from the Graces to the LNs. So yeah, and also the jump stream with bursts and so on. There is not much of the map left, only going into the backhand of the chart. So as it stands, if Pokenko wants to be able to secure their win for this match, they really need to like sort of hope that Indomie is going to be able to like break, which in fact I don't think is as likely as people may think, considering that they are both holding their FCs really well. And it seems that we've already made it to the end of the chart, in which Indomie is going to be taking their next point with a 5,000 point lead. Azriel holding a rather impressive score with only 16 grades. And also Azerti holding, as well as Pokenko holding some insane ratios, which is like really something that you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, they're definitely no joke, especially in this match. They're definitely the player to look out for, especially with that extreme consistency and those ratios as well. Unfortunately, it was going to be those combo breaks from Poketone that kind of messed up their breakpoint, put their way into the winners bracket. But it's all right. We still need to get into this next pick, which is going to be the final pick. Pokken are going to have to pick wisely if they do not want to be forced into a tiebreaker situation.
And it seems that the next pick, almost immediately coming right after, will be Frozen One by Kana. So like, it's quite a surprise seeing that this is actually a ranked map that has been around for about, I don't know, 2 years at this point. I remember seeing it around the time it like first got ranked, so I'm pretty surprised to see that this is in the pool as well, albeit it's a edit to remove some LNs, and it's also upgraded just very slightly to be able to fit the difficulty of this round and to become more consistent. So potentially this could be the last pick of this match, unless they're the tiebreaker. So yeah, yet another technical map. So potentially, I feel like this could fall into Indomie's advantage, considering their score from considering the performance from Rice Free earlier, which was on Breakers. But we still have a lot more to see later on. So practically anything can just about happen here.
Yep, and here we go, kicking into this map. Final pick as well. Poken do not want to mess up this opportunity if they do not want to be risked onto tiebreaker. But as it does seem right now, again, score differences are it's flickering
really
right now.
tying close right to each other.
All players are going to be jumping into their respective accuracy to keep consistent on. Slight advantage goes to indomie with Enquin with D99.8 right now, kind of giving score advantage to them. This is going to be a mixed Rice pick as well, which, you know, I feel like both teams are extremely strong on. But as we do look from potentially Rice 5 from last time.
Oh, powers.
Oh, I just saw that now. Both players, Enquin and Azerty, both finding drops, but Azerty finding the cleaner drop, which is going to give the score difference back to Poken. Enquin unfortunately falling down to that 99.2, having a way bigger, dirtier drop compared to Azerty, which is going to shift the lead back in. Indomie are going to have to watch out. They need to keep their consistency up if they do not want to be knocked down to the losers bracket. But as we do approach the backhand of the map, you know, with just these jump trills and with those mini jacks as well, you have to watch out for any potential 200, or even you could break one of the mini jacks. And as I do say that, Azerty does break one of the mini jacks, which potentially could get the lead back down to Indomie. As well, it was a fairly clean drop to be fair, but I don't know. The score gap it's getting closer. It's just gonna have to be. It's just gonna have to be at the end. Are all players gonna find any drops at the end? But as Azerty does get back up to that max combo count, that miss doesn't really matter. It's more of a minor inconvenience compared to anything. It's just gonna have to be on the end. It is very close right now. Who's gonna take this?
Yeah. And as it stands now, we're approaching right towards the end of the map. I believe pokenkoghjkbjkj just choked there. There's only 1,000 points of difference. It's gonna be only.
No.
And it seems that Poke's point is gonna be missing, and the point is gonna be going to Indomie.
We're going into tiebreaker. Oh my god! What an ending to that map. Jeez, that was scary. Good job to all the players. Only having one. Azrael holding onto that one SC, which we are gonna now see tiebreaker hype. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. I believe this is one of the first tiebreakers of this matches of this round of 16 as well. I'm not mistaken.
Actually, as a matter of fact, this is the first tiebreaker of round 16. We're gonna see the red room.
Yeah.
As you know, all the other teams managed to get near clean sweeps, excluding Timberlast against Praxi Gang, which it was a 5-3 victory for Timberlast. But you know, the first introduction, as Azrael did say, let's end this game.
Yeah. One of the teams has got to get this bread if they want to make it to quarterfinals in the winners bracket.
Yup, it's definitely gonna be an interesting match. Both teams showing what they are capable of. It's just gonna be a pure test for both teams to see how well they perform on this. As all the players are now just gonna be getting ready. Well, it does look like we are going to be seeing a timeout. Actually, a double timeout, if I do remember correctly. Well, I think... Okay, so it looks like we are going to be getting a 4-minute timer as... Well, as if I do remember correctly, they are just going to be waiting for the first count to go down, and we are just going to be seeing an additional 2-minute timeout. I think we are getting a sub in as well for Azerty, unless they are leaving to do something else, which we could see the potential first sub in, which was going to be. Let me just check quick. We could be seeing Kenko come into this, but you know, anything can really happen. I won't be surprised if Kenko does make a debut for this. Yeah. As I do know that they are a fairly consistent player overall, but I don't really know well. So again, it's going to be really interesting. So now we are just again waiting. So let's just talk about the potential next match. So I think there is another match currently ongoing right now, which is going to be. Let me check the bracket. Let me just check the schedule right now. Yep, there is another match going on at this time. Dong Zhang. I'm not going to say the entirety of it because it is fairly long. Versus Splendor Tranquil Waters. So. Yep. So that.
Oh yeah, that match. It's Dan Tong Huanghua versus Splendor of Tranquil Waters. Damn, I think I pronounced it decently this time. Christ.
It is going to be a losers bracket match as well. But actually no, as I do say that, all the players are ready and we can kick off this tiebreaker. So here we go. Clocking in at 3 minutes 46. It might be a stressful 3 minutes, but needless to say, is going to be an amusing 3 minutes 46 for us to watch. So sit back, kick off.
Crack a cold one with the mates.
Yep, crack a cold one with the mates.
And here we go. With the mates.
Cold open cup. Oh my god. Here we go.
This is not the first time I made the joke. Alright. The scores already seem really tight, with Pokken taking a really slight lead in this tiebreaker. Only like less than a few hundred points. Only literally less than 200 points apart. As the score is going to be flickering back and forth as we get through some of the technical patterns. One-hand trill there, first spellings. This is definitely like something. This is definitely something that really sort of ramps up the difficulty here. So both teams really need to be able to hold on. They want to be able to make some substantial. They want to be able to keep their tournament lives over in the winners bracket as it stands so far.
Yeah.
In which Pokenko is going to be taking a 2,000 point lead, like already into the first quarter of the map.
Yeah, the scores are very similar right now. Zeri from the first quarter actually holding on to that 99.7. Fairly comfortable with that fairly tricky intro with the staggers and the flamnos, as they are fairly scattered around the map. Coming in with the one-hand trills as well. Seems like everyone is fairly comfortable with this section of the map. Again, the intro looked fairly tough to kind of get a decent start on, but the accuracy lead and the score lead favors Pokken right now, especially with that accuracy carry from Azerty, as they're just extremely comfortable with this. Wow.
Yeah.
You know all the other players as well. Azrael trying their best to catch up to Azerty, but with that accuracy lead, on with a 0.4. Near 0.4. Oh!
And it seems that Poketoy is going to be taking a miss.
Yeah, but
The indomie is still holding on, but that miss was a clean miss, and it didn't seem to do so much about the scoring so far as it stands.
yeah, not really. They're fairly close again, back up to the max combo count. And it's just overall with Enquin a bit very far behind that 99 points with that 98.6, and just the overall high accuracy from Azerty. Poketown finding another drop, which is gonna make the score gap come and get in a bit closer. But is it just really gonna? Is it really gonna be that substantial, especially with Azriel trading it back for that break? It's definitely going to give that advantage back to Pokken, as we only have a quarter of the map left. There's not really much room for error, as we do probably approach the hardest part of the map. Azriel finding that drop again, as Pokken goes back up to that max combo count. Definitely gonna be closing in that breathing room a small bit, especially now that Azriel is now back down to low 99. They're gonna have to find a miracle right now to find a comeback like this.
Yep. This looks quite dense.
Yeah, it's a fairly dense map, especially kicking with the nerves.
Yeah.
It could be fairly easy to break on one of these nodes. Still two full combos, one from Azerty, one from Enquin. But overall with Azerty with the higher AC, it's definitely going to make more of a substantial difference for them. Not much map left as we are now getting into the outro. And I don't know, is that going to be it? Is Pokemon going to punch their way into the winners bracket quarterfinals? It seems like it.
Most likely, yes.
It seems like there's just not enough map left for Indomie to catch up. And with that one-hand trill, everyone's still managing to hit that fairly well. And again, it is going to be Pokken causing that seed upset. And oh my god, look at that score from Azerty. 9 greats. Compared
9 grades.
to
Oh my god.
L. Wow.
This is definitely something you don't want to mess with.
Yeah. You definitely have your eyes out for someone like Azerty throughout the quarterfinals as well. GG's well
Yeah.
played, everyone. Very good performance put up by everyone. It was a very
Yeah.
good match. Unfortunately, we did have those technical difficulties throughout the middle, but it but we have seen a tiebreaker, and we have again seen an exceptional performance put on by all these players, which
Yeah.
I think is a fair enough trade, honestly. So
Yeah.
it is not over for Indomie, as they do have the losers bracket round of 16 conditionals this week as well, in which they will be gone off to face. They will be gone off to face the winner of his qualifying duel and public enemy number 39. So stay tuned for that, really. So I think there is another match on right now. Hold on, let me actually check. Oh, and we have got word from the other half, the other 1430 UTC match. It seems like Tranquil Waters have managed to get a clean sweep against Tunai Dong. Unfortunately, we are as well going to have to say goodbye to that team, as Splendor and Tranquil Waters are going to be moving on to the losers bracket round I don't know. They're going to move on to the next loser bracket match, which they will be facing off the loser of bracket 26, which they will be facing off the loser of Osu Freaky versus EU. So stay tuned for that, as that is going to be in 5 hours from now.
Yeah.
So what we do have next is we are going to be seeing our number 1 seed fight out. Our number one
from 40M versus Bowlers.
Yep. Yep.
Oh no. Oh boy.
It's gonna be that.
Yeah. I was actually here for Bowlers' round of 32 match, so seeing them like face against the winners, or at least like some of the winners of 40M4, this is gonna be really interesting actually.
Yep. So before we do close off, we do have a half-hour break before we get into the next match. So stay tuned for that. Epic Man, do you have anything you'd like to say before we do close off?
Not really. I'd say that like the match went really well, despite the technical difficulties and everything. Both teams putting on a really strong performance, and also get into the first tiebreaker of the entire round of 16 so far, which is like not so easy to like, well, you know, sort of commit to. But yeah,
Yeah. So good job, everyone. But for now, we will be
yeah,
taking a quick half-hour break. Signing off now is going to be Epic Fan with me as well, Nightcore. And just like that,
yeah,
we will be seeing you in a half hour. So stay tuned.
yeah. Stay tuned, gamers. Bye. Give him 2 shout outs.